And if you think about LiveLike, the core personas that LiveLike caters to, it's the developer who's using our LiveLike is a developer platform first and foremost. So people use our APIs and SDKs to build their own experiences. So we have to figure out how to make the life of that developer or solutions architect on our side easier. The second person that we cater to usually is a product manager or a marketer, people that are sort of catering to creating campaigns, driving engagement within their own and operated experiences. The third person that we're catering to is the editorial person, who is actually in charge of coming up with the content, creating the trivia question, creating the poll, contextual, personalized. And then the fourth person is usually the business analyst who's measuring whether the campaigns are successful or not. Now, in most organizations that we work with, these are four different personas or four different stakeholders that have to usually work together in order to drive the ultimate goal of achieving success or ROI. So we started with that as the problem statement first. For each of those personas, how can LiveLike help? And that's what the LiveLike Genie is born out of. We have focused our efforts on workflow automation. We don't have to be a fully autonomous engine on day one. The goal here is how do we help our partners do their everyday jobs faster and more efficiently? Frankly, also help them innovate more, where you're not doing the same rote task over and over again. How do we get them to the rote task can be taken care of by AI and you focus on the actual creative stuff? And then the second level, second order of that is how to, coordination between those four disparate departments is usually where the challenges are, the biggest challenges are. And so if our AI tools can actually coordinate amongst those four departments, four personas on behalf of the client, that is the next big unlock, which wasn't even thought about before. And so now if our agents can tell you your last campaign could have done better in this way, can we provide you recommendations on how to do better next time? That recommendation is actually going to the content person or the marketing person. And then the next order of thing is more autonomous, like semi-autonomous. I don't think, again, we're not looking at a fully autonomous engine at this point, but it's more like you can come into the LiveLike system, you can schedule your campaigns, you can set it and forget it. You will have a report delivered to you every morning that tells you how yesterday's campaign did, what can be done better. And I think that's where the agentic workflow comes into play. And then the last phase of how LiveLike looks at AI is the MCP server has been a big boon. I mean, bringing it full circle to the developer platform. LiveLike has been a developer platform, which means that you sophisticated product and engineering teams at the client side or customer side to be able to leverage the LiveLike APIs and SDKs to its fullest capabilities. Well, now agents can do that. Vibe coding platforms can do that. So LiveLike launching its own MCP server means that more people can actually leverage, or more organizations can leverage LiveLike's developer tools, because you're not restricted by capacity and sophistication on the client side. You're restricted by information. And so there's a multi-step plan, rollout plan for LiveLike with its AI strategy.